Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash. It's Bundesliga and it's week 27. The news flying around. No Robert Lewandowski for the next 4 weeks. So he misses the Champions League. More importantly, he's going to miss the massive. Did you not break that? Tan, am I breaking news to you here?
You are definitely breaking something. I don't know what, but definitely you're breaking something.
Yeah, and it's not hearts. I do not break hearts. Okay, first of all, welcome to Bundesliga. If this is your first time in the chat, then please come in, say hello, because you are third guest.
You will regret that. Believe me.
Okay, so if this is your first time, that person that's talking over me, he's my guest. Okay. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. And that'll be a bonus because tomorrow we have Roman from La Liga Lowdown on with Martin Green. On Monday, it's Champions League. And there'll be a Masters show around 4 o'clock Eastern time. On Tuesday, Europa League and then the domestic leagues again next Thursday and Friday. Also, press the link in the description. That'll take you over to the articles written by either Tan or Alex or Martin. But every sport we cover here on SBR on video is accompanied by an article that gives you parlays, meat on the bone, and it gives you some in-depth knowledge. And also there's sports over there that we don't cover on video, but we do cover in written form. Gentlemen, I'll come to you first, Tan. Bayern Munich, your boys. No need for the hat just yet, but no Robert Lewandowski. How bad is it going to be?
This is not gonna down easy on that, even though already this morning there were some flying news about he trying to recover on time for the return leg against Paris Saint-Germain.
April Fools.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, possibly when you said that he's trying to recover for the third leg, there's only two of them.
Sir, it's not. Okay, guys, we need to break down this. So, since the beginning, before the show, Flash was boiling up. His hormones was boiling up because he saw in the chat Vivica Crystal, and he was wondering where he's from, whether he's a he or a she. So, Vivica,
I wasn't. I just said, as you know,
about that. And so consider that you will have to cope with a show with a host in spring like he will be.
and also a host that's colorblind, because Elias says in the chat, when you press the thumb, so basically you see a thumb, does it go blue or black? Well, some it actually goes black, some it actually goes blue. For me, it's blue.
Very nice. Do you get a bonus for this joke? Or
no.
Just going, no,
there's no joke. There's no joke.
It was worth it. I would give you a bonus. If I would be Natalie, I would give you a bonus for the joke, in my opinion. That would be absolutely...
Yeah, but Natalie's left the building. Did you not know that?
But wait, what?
Yeah, Natalie left. Natalie no longer works for SBR.
What?
Journo. Go back to school, Journo.
It's not a joke? It's not April Fool's?
No, it's not April Fool's.
Okay, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I pay your wages now, boy.
Oh, stingy flesh. Did I ever tell you that I never worked so good like with you, with any other host? I always believe that. Always believe that. By the way, Alex, I'll give it to Alex. By the way, congratulations for that shirt, Alex. I might be able to top that with something else. But I'm sure it was April Fool's, because if I saw it, and I don't think it was April Fool's.
Why he's not going to that woman in the mountains? What is her name, from Serbia or from wherever she was?
What?
You know that there is a lady that on the big injuries to recover faster.
Yeah, a lot of the hamstring boys go there.
Exactly. You don't know that then?
No, but
oh my God! Hang on a minute. Let me just slow this down a minute, Alex. Okay. So this is one of the most world-renowned journalists. He has his little snorter out all the time, sniffing news. And yet, in the last 25 seconds, we've told him that Natalie doesn't work here anymore. She's now gone on to different pastures.
Really?
And then you're telling him about the world-renowned healer of injuries.
What's the name of this world-renowned? Look, Alex, that is looking already Googling because to check the name.
We used to call him the Chinaman.
I know her name.
But
no, we used to call him the Chinaman.
But is she in Germany?
No, she's somewhere in Serbia or in somewhere.
Yeah, there's a few of them about.
By the way, I think it was not an April Fool's. He's trying to rush to recover for the second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. Possibly depends also what will be the first the result in the first leg. But anyway, sticking to that, I think it will be massive because we saw already that something was gonna miss in Bayern when the situation was getting tense. Still, the season after Thiago Alcantara, and many times Lewandowski fixed that. I mean, always Bayern playing greatly, always. But that is not enough to win or not to concede, which was their problem. Now, I mean, with whom you replace Lewandowski? With whom you replace him? With whom? Choupo-Moting? With whom?
Mariana Kovacevic is her name, and I was right that she's in Serbia.
So Choupo-Moting for Lewandowski? Do you think nothing is gonna change if you put Choupo-Moting in place of Lewandowski? So that's the question. We all believe in Bayern, but do we really believe that playing with Choupo-Moting and playing with Lewandowski, the outcome will be the same? And it is exactly in the most sensible segment of the season.
Alex, he's overrated anyway. I think they'll be better off without him.
Who? Lewandowski? No, there is no possible way to be better without Lewandowski. If you do a little bit the maps, he's the top scorer in every single season for the last I don't know how many years for Bayern Munich. He missed I don't know only 4 games in the last 3-4 seasons, and now he will miss 4 or 5 games in 4 weeks time. So yeah, it's a huge blow for Bayern, and it came in the worst period before champion. Let's say that they will cope without him in Bundesliga, but in Champions League and when playing against PSG next week in a 2-legged match, after that in the semi-finals, it's a huge blow. But let's see.
Okay, let's have a little look at the records then, Esteban, and see how we've been getting on. Here we go. Alex at minus 1.32. He had another good time of it last week. Tancredi didn't do so well. He's at -5. Flash, well, he just does what he does. Parlay. We've got to do the parlay. The parlay needs to sort himself out because he's that bad. He's below Tan. Below. But the total's only at minus 1.9. So let's smash it this week because there is unbelievable value, and we're going to throw it to you. If you've got something that you fancy, then put it in the chat, and then we can dismiss it. There's a few rogues in the chat, but if it is your first time, get yourself in there. They'll cuddle you. They'll put their arm around you, but you just watch for a few of them dodgy characters. I'm going to come to you first. Alex, Augsburg +260, draw +275, and Hoffenheim at +110. I can't quite get Hoffenheim right.
I can't quite get both teams right. Either Augsburg, either Hoffenheim. Dodgy results, wins, defeats, draws. You cannot guess what they are playing. They're playing different stuff week in and week out. But what is very good is that between them, they are always playing an entertaining football. The two teams right now are sitting comfortably in the table, let's say. Hoffenheim, they're 7 points above the danger zone. Augsburg also not bad, 6 points above the danger zone. So they are almost equal on points here. I think that it will be a classic, Alex classic here at 1.85, and I'm not touching it. I'm just leaning over both teams to score and over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I think both teams to score is definitely on the cards as well. I went with 4 selections last week, went 3-1. The one that let me down, Hoffenheim. What about you, Tan? You're always going on about Augsburg and how you get them wrong.
In fact, you got it right. 2 of the most unreliable sides. So why am I going with Hoffenheim to win? Well, it's not part of my top 5 tips. But at the same time, I've seen constantly Augsburg. Well, they disappoint you when you are believing in them. They disappoint you in the opposite way. I would say they let you down when you finally don't believe in them. So it's they are the penguin version of football teams. You tell them to do one thing, they do the opposite. Now, considering that in this moment, seem like Augsburg is going a little bit, just little bit better, and Hoffenheim instead struggle to find continuity, but that for this reason could be more pushed to do a result while Augsburg could relax. That's why I'm trying to apply some reverse psychology and going then with Hoffenheim. Let's see if the penguin law this time can work.
Yeah, okay. I think it's a better game to be left alone unless you really must get involved. Then I think you go on the goals market and don't care who wins. Next game, it's a shoe-in. It's Leverkusen minus 400, Tan, draw plus 550, and your favourite team, Schalke, at plus 1400.
Look, Schalke has been generous this season because 3 times I played Tank Madness on them. The Tank Madness, and twice it was rewarded. Possibly the stretch was at the last one was too much. The way they lost to Mönchengladbach told that it's over. It's not like it was open before, but maybe there was still a ray of light for some Tank Madness. But the way they lost to Mönchengladbach tell me that it's over.
I mean, it was a mismatch in physical size as well, though.
It was a mismatch on every side. I mean, they are dismantled. They are mentally dismantled. Because obviously we have seen many times Schalke losing badly. But if they lost in that situation against Gladbach badly, they could lose, but badly means that like it's over. It's really over. They not even. It's not that they don't believe anymore. They don't think anymore. Not believing. So Leverkusen coming from extremely bad recent results, but that's the right one were shining back. So I say Leverkusen to win with handicap. That in spite of the minus 400 that is there for Leverkusen to win, yesterday, at least when I picked it a couple of days ago, was 1.75. Something like that.
Yeah, that's minus 1.5 on the Asian, or it's minus 1 on the European. Minus 1 on the European means if you win by 1, you actually lose. So I've actually looked after Tan here and gone with minus 1.5 to get him up there, because the minus 1 on the Asian handicap was more than minus 200. But that's, yeah, I agree. I agree that Leverkusen score.
That's why I'm never climbing back from the ladder, because you always fix that.
You're having your own personal war with Parlay, all right? You and Parlay.
But you fix that.
I've got to keep Parlay's got to keep close to you to keep encouraging. But I'm sure we'll get the Parlay right this week because there's great value to be found.
Is it really you that are deciding who's paying the wages? So then you're right. No problem. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, and I promise that we will start paying you soon. Okay, Alex.
You said start.
No,
exactly. Yeah.
He promises that he will pay you soon if you send your invoices.
Yeah, okay, that's another one. You have got to send invoices.
Too much private business now on the show live. Let's keep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, too much. Yeah, too much info. Too much. Yeah, Leverkusen look like they're going to win this game. Do they win it comfortably? Because you know what Leverkusen are like. It's all or nothing. They could go and win 4 or 5, but there again, they need to get that early goal, Alex.
So I talked with the boys here, with Eric, Kenny, Stan, and Kyle. They said to me that Schalke lost 3-0 last round against Gladbach, and everyone said to Tan not to touch it. Most of all me. I was so nervous about that bet, but he forced it. He said
it's an ex-wife. It's an ex-wife thing, Alex. He's got to go back. He keeps going back.
You said it many times, and I went against that. Now, sometimes it's going good, other times it's going bad.
Yeah. I said to you last time we had a big conversation about that. Glad.
You said also when it was
in the chat saying, do you think Schalke score?
No, I don't.
Okay, so there you go. So there's your Leverkusen win to 0.
Probably not. Let's not even complicate it. The minus 1.5 looks great here. Many injuries for Schalke. Full squad for Leverkusen. Leverkusen should even get the job done from halftime at 1.72. So halftime, full time. Also the Asian handicap there. Also even -2. I think that they will destroy them. This is what I believe. But I'm not touching on this game.
Okay, well, what about the next game? Because the next game is an absolute cracker. It's Dortmund at -123, draw +300, and Frankfurt at +350, Alex. Now, you think that this game is going to be, it's like a heavyweight clash. Frankfurt will keep going. Dortmund have shown a little bit more resilience and still at the back. So do we not complicate and just take Dortmund win?
I don't know what to say with that Dortmund win, to be honest. With Sancho missing, Emre Can missing.
That's more reason for Dortmund to win.
Yeah, we know that you hate him. Haaland was out of shape in this international break, to be honest. He failed he disappointed me. Eintracht Frankfurt, 4 points above Dortmund. This is a 6-pointer game because they are fighting for the Champions League position. Eintracht 4th, Dortmund 5th, 4 points between them. So this is, imagine that in this round, we have 2 clashes, big ones at the top of the table. I think that we shouldn't complicate it and go over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at 1.86. So in case of 3 goals, we will take our money back. In case of 4 and more, it's a win. I would also go for the Alex Classic, but the odds are smaller than the over 3. Imagine that. So I rather go with over 3 goals on the Asian handicap.
Tan, I'm not complicating this. I've gone Dortmund win, straight, finished. Jog on.
No, I don't take the final outcome. I go Alex Classic. For me, is the classical of the most classical of Alex Classic. We know how both they play. We know how sensitive it is. The 4 points between them two, and Eintracht sitting on Borussia chair for the Champions League spot. It's true that Holland was not in great shape, but Norway definitely is not assisting him as Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund can assist him, which makes the difference probably between Holland and Mbappé. But the fact that he didn't score for the first time in his career for 3 games in a row tells also how much he wants now to show, hey, don't mess up with me. Actually, even news on Holland, because today Mino Raiola, his agent, has started his European Holland tour, because on the morning he met in Barcelona, the Barcelona president, and in the afternoon he met Florentino Perez in Madrid. Eventually, photographers and journalists were in both cases welcoming at the airport Raiola. So we don't know how much is publicity stunt, but we know that Barcelona and Real Madrid both want Holland. So it will be pumped up possibly also by that. But Eintracht, always things happening in their game, easy as it is Alex Classic.
Okay, then let's move on, because I like this next game and I just think that the value's there. And again, it's one not to be complicated. I have complicated it, Tam, because I've stuck it in a parlay, a 2-team parlay. Mainz at -115. I actually got -110. Draw +255 and Bielefeld at +355. I've gone home win. I think Mainz are decent at home. I think Bielefeld are out with a washing.
Exactly. They are very... first, how important it is. Mainz 4th from the bottom, Arminia 2nd from the bottom, but only 2 points between them. So this matters double, maybe even trouble. Arminia Bielefeld didn't really improve lately. They had that unbelievable win at Leverkusen, but seemed that was more down to Leverkusen crisis than to themselves. But it is Mainz who actually dragged themselves out with what happened in the last months. And there is a reason why bookmakers are going so favoring one team in spite of only 2 point difference between them in the table. Mainz are performing much better in this moment than Bielefeld. I don't complicate. Minus 115.
Yeah, I don't blame you neither. I mean, Alex, do you see anything other than a Mainz win here?
Mainz even had the chance to play a friendly match in this international break. They played Nuremberg with the leftovers, that the players that they had at their disposal. I see Mainz winning here, but let's not forget that Arminia Bielefeld on the road, like Tan mentioned, they won against Leverkusen. They drew 3-3 against Bayern Munich. And of course they lost against Dortmund. The fight is a huge one because 2 points difference at the relegation zone, and so I would rather go there because both of them are desperate. So I will make it official. I didn't give it to you as an official bet. Both teams to score at 1.95. 1.95. I think that this is another banker material, really. 1.95 for both teams to score that are in this position, fighting for relegation. So one of them, who wins this match will go up, and because Koln, their opponent, has a direct game with Wolfsburg right now. Wolfsburg, who are playing for the Champions League position. So I think that is a home win. But we'll talk after it about this one. So both teams to score at 1.95 is my pick, and I will make it official.
Okay, and I'm definitely official with my 2-team parlay, and it's Mainz first of all. But first of all, Kyle Crawford says that the Alex Classic in the Dortmund Frankfurt is at minus 125. The over 3 goals is minus 25. So who's your book? Don't say my book and then not name it, because there could be people out there that would prefer to go with the Alex Classic if it is the same price at minus 125. So, Kyle, put it in the chat, please. Share. But that's what you're there for.
My over 3 is at minus 120.
Again, minus 120, minus 125. If someone wants to go, that's basically going over 2.5. And if it is free, then they're happy to have that little 0.05. All right? So, again, 6 and 2 threes, but I'm just asking Kyle to give us a little bit more meat on the bone and not just say my book. Next game. Second leg of my parlay with Mainz is Wolfsburg at minus 175. I got robbed because I got minus 185. Draw plus 330 and Koln at plus 580. I don't see Koln winning. I see Wolfsburg winning, Alex.
I don't see another outcome than a home win here, but I don't know with what to combine it to give us a better odds.
Well, my parlay was plus 195 with Mainz.
Yeah, as a single bet, I mean, to combine it in this match. Probably I'll combine it with the Martin Classic with the under 4.5 goals here. So, because I don't see 5 goals in this one, even though it might happen. So in a parlay, yes, a sure Wolfsburg win. They are on fire. Is there? I think that they will be so focused to finish in top 4 and play in Champions League, more focused than ever. We have 8 remaining rounds in a Bundesliga, and I think that Wolfsburg, if they want to remain there and want to fight for that top 4 position, Koln are a team to beat. Easy home win should be without complicating.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I haven't complicated it other than maybe putting in Mainz. What do you think, Tan? You liking my parlay?
Wolfsburg to win, it's a no-brainer. And to be honest, I was already prepared to find something else, because I said, okay, obviously Wolfsburg odds will be extremely low, so can't be even touched. When I saw minus 175, obviously, is nothing special, but it's still good enough. I said, wow, that's not to miss. Seriously, there is it's a no match, it's a no contest, and the international break hasn't that much affected Wolfsburg. So I don't understand if there is something wrong with the bookmakers in this, because lately Koln grabbed good results, but not enough to justify this. They drew with Borussia Dortmund, but we know how unreliable have been this season Borussia Dortmund. Can be that on that you can base the Koln performance. So minus 175 and not even discuss that.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, get your hat on then. Let's see your hat, because it's time. We're going to go with the biggest game of the weekend. It's Leipzig at plus 190. That's coming down. Draw plus 275 and Bayern at plus 140. Bayern were plus 150 less than 25 minutes ago. So worst timing. We don't need to go over the injury. We've already spoken about that. Lewandowski going to be out. But now he's going to be able to maybe play Muller up top, Gnabry up top, Coman, Sane. All of a sudden, there's going to be a different type of Bayern. And will Leipzig be able to handle them? Tan?
You say biggest game of the week. I say biggest game of the season. The season is here now.
You always have to go for it. You always have to just put that extra bit on it.
Yes, indeed, because that's we are here. Why? There is 4 points between Leipzig and Bayern. If Bayern win, it's over. Doesn't matter. There is Champions League. It's over. They are never gonna concede 7 points back to Leipzig with 6 games to go.
You said with
6 games to go.
Oh, okay.
With.
Yeah. With.
WID. With.
But if Leipzig win, still Bayern are the favorite. But imagine the doubt they are gonna cast inside Bayern minds. Now you would say, okay, come on. Lewandowski has been the greatest, whatever, but still we see how Bayern are playing. Lewandowski is the best one of them, but it's not like everybody's down to Lewandowski. That's true. But listen to this, Flash. So, Lewandowski, as far as we know... Tell me.
Oh, go for it.
Was that important? Can I
go? No. Listen to this. The change.
So, as far as we know, Lewandowski is going to miss 7, if not 8 games, because we are told he's out until end of the month. That makes 5 Bundesliga games, 2 Champions League games, maybe the first leg of semi-final if they progress. 7 or 8 games. Now, 7 or 8 games in this season for an injury, not in this season, in a month. Lewandowski is at Bayern since 7 years, okay? Since 2014. I've been there checking everything, every match report. Along the last 7 years, do you know how many games for injuries Lewandowski has missed in 7 years?
6.
9.
Upside down 6.
9 games across 7 years. This is telling you that even though the Bayern certainties are huge, but they are extremely, strongly linked with the presence of Lewandowski. Without Lewandowski, simply, they are unproven. They are in a territory they don't know. It's a mystery for them. And we know that Leipzig, when the level of clash is raising, they are always up to the clash. Leipzig never have let down. Only the first leg against Bayern, but allow me to say that Champions League is a different thing. But they always have been there up for the fight. And Bayern still have that PSG game that is upcoming. I don't want to say they would be distracted, but they will think about that. And the whole Bayern squad was away on international break. That's why when I see the plus 190 on Leipzig to win, that eventually bookmakers are placing very close from Bayern to win, I say Leipzig to win for this game. They would be already super competitive. Even with Lewandowski, we saw Bayern struggling when they play away in those 2-3 games that are hard to play in Germany. Imagine even now, in this context, I repeat again, 7 games expected to miss Lewandowski in 1 month. He missed only 9 games for injury in the last 7 years.
Alex?
I understand Dan's really all the history with Lewandowski and why he's a huge blow. He's indeed a huge blow. But let's not forget that also Leipzig have their injury problems also. We're talking Upamecano, we're talking Campbell, Angelino, Halstenberg. Some crazy great players missing also from the opposition team. I understand also that Costa, Davis, Boateng are also out for Bayern Munich. But let's not make it so mismatch here that, wow, this is a huge odds, let's take it for RB Leipzig. No, I think that the opposite. I think that Bayern will not win this match. I think that RB Leipzig will score, but Bayern Munich will not lose this one. So I'm going Bayern Munich, draw double chance, together with both teams to score at 2.05. I don't think that... I think that he's deciding the matches by scoring a lot of goals. But we have also important players. Kimmich is back also. We have Sané in great shape also. We have Gnabry there, Müller, and all the rest. I think that this team is absolutely fantastic. Yes, Choupo-Moting probably will take his place. And Choupo-Moting is not that really bad, you know. I think that if you could give him a good pass, he will find to the back of the net. He's also athletic, so at set pieces, corners, and all the rest, he can be there in the box and take advantage of that. So I don't think that Bayern will lose this game. This is why I'm going Bayern, draw double chance, and both teams to score at 2.05.
And look, also, mind that Leipzig is always very efficient with teams that are unbalanced attacking. And we saw that even against teams that shouldn't be in a competition with Bayern, but Bayern always conceded. Why we didn't spot that match? Because anyway, with Lewandowski up front, and the way they play, that is fantastic. But Lewandowski that is converting the way they play, everything was shadowed by that. But now the huge shadow might fade away without Lewandowski.
Bayern win. Why are we even bothering? Bayern win.
I'll
tell you why they win. Because they're in the fullback areas of Leipzig. They push on too much because they haven't got enough creativity. They haven't got a goal scorer that's going to have to take them chances when they come along. And they will spring them. Both sides. And also, Bayern at 140 was just like, it's a blind man's bet. You never see it. And now this morning when I saw 150, well, I honestly, I feast. When Bayern win at plus 150, so keep your hat on. You are still a Bayern man, even though you've gone with Leipzig. Interesting. Next game.
I'm just a model. So I wear it.
Oh, he's gone now. He's gone. He's now put your Leipzig hat on now. Then Gladbach minus 135. Alex, draw plus 300. Freiburg plus 355. Half of me wants to go with Gladbach and the other half saying, leave them, you cannot trust them. And Freiburg, 4 or 5 weeks ago, were the form side along with Frankfurt.
But leave them, you cannot trust them. What, that 3-0 against Schalke, what? Do you think that...
well, that's what I'm saying. I could get 10 cleaners that would beat Schalke 3-0.
Exactly. This is my point, you know. So 1.75 for Gladbach, no, don't trust it. Better go with both teams to score at 1.7. Better go with draw double chance for Freiburg at 2.1. Don't even dare to go with the Gladbach. They might win this one. But at 1.75, no, I am not taking Gladbach. After just one good performance in the last 10, and that was with Schalke, and international break now, and everybody is out of form. Come on, no, thank you. Both teams to score, maybe.
Yeah, I think both teams to score safe. A Gladbach side that you can trust after beating the mighty Schalke, Tan?
No, not yet. I need to see consistency. And anyway, Freiburg are always pretty complicated to play against. But if we look at their performance, both of them, there is always there is something that is consistent, and it is in 5 of last 6 Freiburg games there was under 2.5 goals scored. It was the same in 3 of the last 5 Mönchengladbach games. They are right next to the other, 37 Freiburg, 36 Mönchengladbach, sitting at the middle of the table. But while Freiburg are overperforming, it is Mönchengladbach that actually are disappointing. But now without Champions League, we will see if they will climb back. But anyway, very leveled, maybe not even that entertaining, under 2.5 goals.
Okay, under 2.5. Now, I think I owe my friend Zook, who does graphics, I think I owe him a little bit of an apology, because I'm pretty sure I didn't put this on my official picks, and yet it was the first one, the first button I pressed. Stuttgart minus 105, draw plus 275, Werder plus 300, and this is another one of those mismatches on strength. I've gone with Stuttgart to go and get the job done.
You know, Werder Bremen often is screwing something, because unreliable as they are, sometimes can pull some surprises that you don't expect. It happened against Eintracht, for example. It happened against Freiburg. It can happen. So I wouldn't want that Stuttgart would underestimate them in that way. Both of them, but especially Werder Bremen, they don't have very, very high scoring stats. For this reason, when I went to check about both teams to score, I'm not even sure about the over 2.5 goals. Not Alex Classic. When I went to check about both teams to score, I thought I would find something very low. Instead, it is still decent. It's not part of my top 5 tips, but it doesn't make me feel comfortable in the final outcome, so I go just easy with the both teams to score.
Both teams to score, Stuttgart, Werder. I like the way that Stuttgart bomb forward. I like the way that Stuttgart have got great athletes, Alex, and I also like the way that their midfielders get in the box and get on the end of things.
1.8 over 2.5 goals in the match seems like a gift in this one. How unreliable Werder are when you play them to win a game. They are scoring. They are scoring in each and every game. And against Stuttgart, a team that is having an attacking approach every time and letting a lot of angles at the back open, I think that Werder can find the back of the net here. So if you go Stuttgart, you must go also both teams to score in the same
Plus
really
265.
Like
Alex, plus 265. You and Barca, man, you must be like separated at birth, because you both keep coming up with the same combinations. He's going with Stuttgart to win and both teams to score at plus 265, which seems insane value.
But just to be not going crazy, you know, maybe it's a 3-0 win. I'm going both teams to score at 1.8.
Yeah, well, I don't see Werder winning 3-0, that is for sure. Now, the last game, it's the derby. Union at plus 260, draw plus 230, and Hertha at minus 105. How are Hertha favourites here? I have no idea. I'm happy to put a line through it. I'm happy to sit back, put my feet up, and just let you ramble on.
I think that it's your mistake. The odds are totally different.
No, it's not a mistake.
No. It's of course it's a mistake. You will tell me.
Here we go.
Look at live odds here. 2.6 for Union Berlin. You put it plus 260. It's not 3.6. It's 2.6. You made a mistake. And Hertha Berlin is at 2.9. So they are not favorites.
I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. I don't know when they took the odds, but when I sent you the tips, that was 1 day ago, something like that, the odds were very similar, and I was surprised. So I'm starting to think that for a moment they were maybe fearing a cluster of coronavirus at Union, I don't know. But all the bookmakers were going so much in favor about Hertha. And if you, Alex, are telling me that now it's changed in this way, maybe something happened and they all changed.
I will also tell you the history of the odds for the last 3 days.
I'm not. Are you playing it? Is it an official pick?
Yeah, it's an official pick for me. Both teams to score at 1.8, and Hertha was never at 1.95. Flash.
My mistake then. Tan?
For me, it's Union all the way. All the way. Obviously, I fear that there was something wrong when I saw the odds in that way. I'm checking on Italian bookmaker when I'm sending you the odds, and it was the same.
It was never the same. They opened at 3.4 Hertha Berlin 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Hertha was at 3.4, and now they are at 3.85.
Because no one's betting Union. Is this an official pick, Tan?
Yeah, it's official pick. It's in the top 5 tips.
Right, we'll see. We'll see when we put it up there.
Union to win, whatever are the odds. And anyway, it doesn't look like will be. I mean, away. I know it's still in Berlin, but not in the stadium. It's since November that the Hertha are not winning far from Olympiastadion. And anyway, Union Berlin have been very, very, very consistent all the way. There is a half a table difference between the two, and the way they perform is completely different. So it would surprise me even to see leveled odds. So whatever it is, just go Union.
Okay, let's have a look at the expert picks then, please. The official picks. And are we adding one, I think? Are we adding one? Okay, Dortmund over 3 goals in the game at -115. Union, both teams to score, -125. Bayern, draw a double chance, and both teams to score at +105. A lot of people are liking that. And Alex, Mainz am I adding anything for you?
Mainz versus Arminia, both teams to score at 1.95.
Yeah, Mainz versus Bielefeld, both teams to score at -105. That seems a really good one. Tancredi, Leipzig, +190. Dortmund, Alex Classic, -130. Leverkusen, -1.5 at -170. Wolfsburg, -175. And what is the price for Union to win?
2.6.
+160. +160. So I'll say that to myself so when I watch this back. Now, I'm adding one to mine because it's Dortmund. Don't complicate it, -125. Bayern, +150. Wolfsburg to win. Mainz to win. Don't complicate it at +195. And the other one, which was my first bet of the week, which was Stuttgart to win at -105. Now, we need a 2-team parlay. What are we going for first, Alex?
I'm going Dortmund, Frankfurt over 3 goals.
Wow. Dortmund, Frankfurt. And what price? That was -125, wasn't it?
-120.
Over 3 goals.
-120.
We get that. Okay. What about you, Tan?
I would tell you Alex Classic on Dortmund Eintracht.
Alex Classic at -125 as well. On Dortmund and Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You cannot combine.
Yeah, I don't think they'll combine. They won't combine that. They won't put the combination in when I put it. It's the same bet, really.
So go with Leverkusen handicap.
Leverkusen -1.5. And that was at around -135. Okie dokie. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you and you'll know all about La Liga tomorrow. Coming up with Roman from La Liga Lowdown and Martin Green. Also press a link in the description. Then that will take you over to the articles right by over Tan or Alex or Martin, and every other sport that we cover here on SBR Video is over there, giving you plenty meat on the bone. Coming up today, we've got the first day of the MLB season. We've got a new team together. It's going to be Donny and Kyle and Jason and Chelsea, and there'll be some others, I'm sure, and they're going to have a great time of it. NBA coming up as well with Jamming with J Money and his guests. Everyone in the chat, have a great weekend. And by the way, that Bayern Munich really is +150. You take care.